Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. This is Dimple here again, welcoming you all back to my next tutorial on Android framework components. So in my previous video, I had taken bug report from Android emulator and I showed you all what are the different important contents of bug report.txt file. So today what I'll be doing is, it is very difficult to go through each and every line in this huge file, right? So I'll be showing you all a tool which will segregate the different types of logs like event logs, main logs, system logs, and also memory related information, battery related information. It will segregate. So with that, it will be very easy for us to analyze. So the tool which I'll be showing is check bug report jar file. So this check bug report jar file you have to download. It is very easy to download. So just download this jar file and put it in a folder. So here I have created a separate bug folder called bugs, and I have put my jar file there. And for to make it very easier, I have collected bug report from my personal phone and I have put both of them in the same folder. You can put it in the different folder also, but then you have to change the entire path. So to make it simpler, I put both the jar file and the bug report which I want to analyze in the same folder. Okay, from here I will run the command prompt. Before running the command prompt, I will first unzip my bug report. Once I unzip my bug report, I had explained the different contents of this, and we all know this bug report.txt file is the very important content here. So this file also I will paste it inside my bugs folder. Now we will see what is the command to generate the bug report with the segregated data for easy analysis. So first we have to give Java small Java minus jar. So after Java minus jar, you have to give the location of the jar file. Since I have launched the command prompt from the same folder, I will just give the jar file name. If I'm launching from a different folder, you have to make sure you give the entire path. And I have to give the bug report text file name. So then give enter. It will take some time to generate the report in the HTML format. So this check bug report.jar file, it will take the bug report.txt file, it will convert it into HTML format so that it's easy for us to analyze. You all can see a new folder was created and index.html is created. Now open this index.html file. And you can see header. So header will contain the dump state information, when this logs was collected, the date and timestamp, the build number, build fingerprint of the device, and the network to which the device was connected. I have currently using Airtel SIM, so it's showing Airtel, the kernel version. All this information it will show in the header. And if there are any errors, it will show. Right now there are 2 errors. Next, we will go through each one of this. So you all can see right in the left hand side, you all can see different types of information: memory information, system log, event log, surface flanger related, CPU related information, battery information, alarm manager, activity manager, and all the list of processes running in your device. So header will give you all the build fingerprint, build details, build number, kernel details of your device, and the timestamp at which the bug report was collected. Next we'll go to memory information. So memory information, it will show a graph here. What is the memory allocated? How much memory is free? So this green color, light green color, whatever we can see, that is the free memory in your device. The rest is occupied. So easy graph is shown here. And also we can see what is the total memory of the device, what is the free memory, buffers, cache, all these things we can come to know from this particular table. And it has provided explanation also, what is the meaning of each of these content here. So after memory information, let's move on to system log. So system log. So these are the system logs. The errors are pointed out in red color. You can see, right? So these are the system logs. Then we can see event logs too. So again, event log, what will happen every time I open or close application, or if an app is killed, a process is died, if a process is opened, force GC, that is garbage collection, all these things, whatever events are happening in our Android device, we can see. Next, we'll go to Surface Flinger. Window manager related information we can see from bottom to top list. CPU information. So what is the frequency, the time, percentage, everything we can see from here. Next is battery related information. Per PID, what is the amount of time that process is using the battery, that we will come to know. So PID we can see, time we can see in milliseconds. So for example, I'll show here process ID. This is the process ID 3700. So some process is there which is having process ID 3700, and that is utilizing 497 milliseconds in battery. So how to come to know the process information? So here raw data I clicked and let me search for 3700. 3700 I can come to know here. See, the process is nothing but COM Android phone. This is the process which is taking so much time in the battery. Also we can see 2709. So if I just search 2709, that is taking the highest time. So that is nothing but the system server. So I hope you all understood how to map. So per PID stats we can come to know each process how much time it is taking. Statistics since last charge. Last time when you charged your device, from that point onwards, what is the estimated battery capacity, time on battery, when the screen is off, when the device goes to dose mode, what is the charge time remaining, what is the rate of discharge, and what is the screen of discharge, screen dose discharge, screen on, that is when you on the screen how much of battery is consumed, when you off how much is consumed, and device idling details, what is the full wake clock time, all these details you can come to know from the statistics since last charged. From that column you can come to know everything. See the different types of wake clocks, what is the wake up reason, everything you will come to know. So I have provided more details on wake clocks in my Power Manager tutorials. If you all have missed it, you all can go back and see Power Manager. There I have explained what is a wake clock, what are the different types of wake clocks, what is partial wake clock, full wake clock, all these I have explained there. So you all can revisit my tutorial. Next, in battery we can see also kernel wake clocks. What are the different types of wake clocks in the kernel? What is the active count of them, wake up count, everything we can see. In a tabular format it has made ready. So this is how kernel wake clocks look. Okay, next we'll see what is there in alarm manager. Alarms, right now there is nothing in my device set, so there is no data here. We'll go to activity manager. App activities, we can see what are the different activities. App activities, we can see 4 different tasks. So what are these tasks? These are the different applications I'm using on my device at the time of bug report collection. So when we click on the recent apps button, we can see all the apps which we are using, right? So here in my device I was using Instagram, settings application, document apps, and WhatsApp. These four apps were running in background. The details of these apps along with their package name and which activity was running, all those details will be provided here. So each app is called a task. To get more information on task, revisit my tutorial on different types of activity launch modes. In that I have explained what is a task and what are the different types of launch modes. So this app activities page will give me the information of what are the different applications which are running on my device at the time when I collected bug reports. Then app services, the different services running. So these are the different services running. You can click on the plus sign to expand them. You can come to know all the services running on your device. And also dump of package service. So this is nothing but all the package features. So libraries, what are the libraries your package in your device is using, what are the features of them, everything we can come to know. This is nothing but the dumps of the package service. So libraries, features, activity resolver table, I had explained all this in my previous tutorial. Preferred activities, app permissions, app op permissions, packages, hidden system packages, shared users. All this if I expand, we will come to know. We can expand and go through each of them in detail. All the package related information is there here. Dump of package service. Raw data also, what are the different processes running in your device, we can come to know along with your process ID. And also this will contain dumps of all the processes. Dumps of meminfo, it will contain dumps of meminfo of each of the process. Basically it will contain dumps of everything, dumps of CPU info. Then if I scroll down I can see few more dumps. See here dumps of alarm, app ops, battery, dumps of battery, battery property, battery stats, Bluetooth. So everything it will contain, every process in your device. So many dumps entries are there. Window manager, display content. So all the extra information which cannot be segregated in any of these items, all that information will be put here under raw data. Next we can see processes. It contains the process list. So yeah, this is how you make your bug report analysis more easier. This is how it will be more organized using the tool called checkbugreport.jar file. So using this jar file, we can organize the bug report, analyze it in a more efficient and effective manner. I hope this tutorial was helpful and informative to every one of y'all. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll meet y'all in my next tutorial with another new topic. Until then, everyone take care. Bye.